Option 1, AMZ. Option 2, Sanber. 5 minutes. And there you go, guys. Welcome everyone then to the first game of the set. Let's take the time to fix this up real quick. We do have Sanber, but this is not Suomi. This is Aftermath Z. Perfect. There we go. There's round 5 as well. Player 5, Africa. And beautiful. This is gonna be a pretty defining set, of course. Depending how this goes. We'll see exactly what we get. Perfect. On the left-hand side towards the north, starting with Fedex's civilization, and let's take a look at the scout to see if he's got the bonus. Yeah, he does. He'll get with Mongols, first off 40% faster working hunters. We're gonna get also 30% extra HP on light cavalry, Hazan, and step lancer line units. As well as 25% faster attacking cavalry archer units, and we're gonna get for them for the team bonus 2 extra. There we go. Beautiful. 2 extra line of sight on scout line units, which is going to affect them this time around. Meanwhile, for Lucky Roxx, and by the way, I love that Capture saved the name over here. For Lucky Roxx, we're gonna get Persians, which means twice the HP on TCs and Dogs. They work 10, 15, and 20% faster in the Feudal Castle and Imperial Ages. They do begin with 50 extra food, 50 extra wood as well, so it's a little bit smoother for them to go for water. But interestingly enough, now with Mongols, alongside this as well, it's going to be pretty good because Persians will be in a fantastic position to contest water early on, and Mongols even more so with the faster food income from the faster working hunters. We could potentially see both Fedex and Lucky Roxx just go for full water push early on in the fuel age and try to contest for full water control, of course. Besides that, Lucky Roxx is going to get also for the team bonus 2 bonus damage from Nightline units against archers. While for Heart and Liereyy, we do have Persians for Heart, and oh boy, this can be good, this can be good. It's trying to block the villager, 1 more hit, and that was so close. Fedex already ends up chunking a bunch of HP off Lierey's villager though, which was pretty well done. It doesn't really take too much damage with the scout either, so it's pretty good. And then on the right hand side, actually down south over here, Lierey's playing with Malay, so 66% faster H research times. It's gonna have also 33% cheaper fish traps that provide 300% additional resources per trap. And then on top of that, we'll see for Malay also 10 and 20% cheaper battle elephant line units in the castle and Imperial Age as well. For the team bonus, they'll provide also twice the line of sight on docks and harbors, of course. So this is a pretty good civilization as well. We're gonna see if it's stronger than Mongols. Mongols will click up a little bit sooner probably. Malay can go up a little bit sooner with the same economy, or they can go up at the same time with a little bit of a stronger economy, so we'll see. The tech tree thing, it's a bug Nico discovered a couple of weeks ago. Those game options are still clickable when choosing the map, even if it's not visible. Wait, what? Those game options are still clickable when choosing the... Oh, right! That okay. So that makes sense. That's what happened to Nikov when he... Oh man, what was the setting that we had for their set? It was not full tech tree, it was something else. Oh yeah, it was sudden death. It was sudden death. I remember. I think it was Perfect Couple versus Nikov and the Gao, right? And it was on... Which map was it? On Meltdown. Yeah, I remember. It was for a show match, actually. Yeah. Hey, Miguel. What will happen with Somi versus Kenarina? I believe Kenarina gave admin when I don't recall exactly. I would have to take a look at the admin chat to see what the case was over there. I don't remember if it was Kenarina or if it was Dermak that gave admin win. But we'll let you know as soon as we have that defined as well. Don't worry. Still trying to figure things out because of the recent forfeits and stuff. You're making it through, by the way. 100%, of course. But yeah. Still have this set, and then on Wednesday, one set missing as well. I think it's from Group A, if I'm not mistaken. Perfect Apple versus Sleepies as well, to finish defining the brackets. It's been pretty rough with all the tournaments and stuff taking place at the same time. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty good playoff still. Yeah. I'll let you know as soon as I have a definitive answer. Don't worry. So let me take a look at the predictions. Who are you guys hoping, or who are you guys betting take this game? Okay, 76% in favor of Aftermath. We'll see. They are looking pretty strong though. We have 2 fire galleys over here. We have some scouts as well. So they are putting pressure both on land and on water. Meanwhile, down south, Fedex is bringing some archers over here to push Liereyy away from the woodline. This can be huge, guys, because if he pushes him away from the woodline, then Liereyy will not really be able to keep on supporting Hearttt on water, and this could be a good opportunity for Sanber. We'll see right now. Military count's actually higher for Sanber. They do not really have any navy units anymore, and it seems like they are just going to give up on water, and instead it's just going to be full land production, of course. We have 3 scouts over here for Lucky Roxx. Beautiful. Sending 2 scouts forward. We have a bunch of archers coming over from Fedex too. He did end up pushing Liereyy away. It might not make too much of a difference, but Liereyy will still want to go, of course, for some land units themselves, some archery units, so not being able to produce quite as many skirmishers is still going to be good. However, this is pretty bad though for Fedex. Can he take this? It doesn't seem like he can between the skirmishers and the scouts. These archers should go down. Beautiful. Yeah, those archers are getting cleaned up for sure, although Lucky's got the scouts over here. He's not really using them though. That archer's going down for sure. Well played. Sanber still retains a military lead, but they have fallen behind in the economy quite a bit, and their military lead is very small actually, and it's even decreasing right now. Only 1 extra military unit, so Aftermath start to look a little bit better now. They have taken the better engagements, and while we still have some scouts and archers here from Fedex and Lucky Roxx down south, losing water control is pretty bad. Aftermath's managed to retain a 14 worker lead. And if they're able to successfully defend over here without investing too much, they should be in a position to go up to the castle age significantly faster as a team. And get a nice lead, of course. There you are. Beautiful. Extra archers coming over. They're just committing to this, man. I don't know they'll be able to save too much to go up themselves when they are this far behind already and they have lost water. They must be thinking of committing to full military production. Lucky, though, isn't really going for any extra scouts, so it seems like he, at the very least, will try to go up to the castle age, but it's going to take so much away from military production, of course. Now with extra scouts coming over from Hearttt, it's going to be a little bit harder for Sanber to do any damage over here. Right hand side? Not too much. Where's the weak villager, by the way, from Liereyy? I guess it doesn't matter anyway because it's completely walled off. Yeah. Idle time, we can take a look at that. There's a lot of idle TC time for Fedex. Good catch. Taking a look at gather economy time. We have 7 hours and 47 minutes versus 8 hours and 22 minutes. So looking a little bit better for... for Aftermath, but this could change things up, guys. Here comes Lucky Roxx and Fedex. Yeah, and it's been a struggle. Fedex does keep on producing villagers, but he's been struggling to keep the TCs working at all times. Yeah, it's probably inflation that's keeping Fedex unable to keep on producing vills. Wow, nice defensive tower over here. Aftermath will stabilize, no problem. We'll see Liereyy go out to the Castle Age very soon. Interestingly enough, Lucky Roxx is actually the first player to click out to the Castle Age. But keep in mind that Liereyy, with the civilization he's got to work with right now, if he can click out to the Castle Age before Lucky Roxx gets to 40% up himself, he should be able to go up a little bit sooner. So we'll see, he's starting to get close to it. Heartt's starting to save a good amount of extra resources too. The worker lead has extended right now to 16 extra workers already for Aftermath. Yeah, and pretty good defense over here. Heartt's going to clean those archers up. Well done. Well done. Now we are past 40%. Doesn't matter if Liereyy clicked up right away, he would still be going up a little bit later. So this provides a nice opportunity for Lucky Roxx to put a lot of pressure as soon as he gets to the castle. He's got the second stable coming up as well. So it's gonna be double stable night production. Meanwhile, Aftermath, not really producing much of anything. We do have some archers for Liereyy, but it's going to take some time until he gets to the castle age and he gets to upgrade those to crossbows. Heartt's also getting close to enough resource to go up to the castle age himself, but of course it's going to be significant later. Probably he'll be clicking up just after Lucky Roxx gets to the castle age himself, so this is going to provide a fantastic opportunity for the green player, of course. Hey Snowball! Have a nice stream, thank you! Less people buying goods, yeah. Worldwide recession. Nice, Fedex actually sent a few fellow villagers over the left-hand side, but he got spotted by Liereyy right away, so those villagers are going down. This is really rough. He already had the lowest worker count in the game. Now he's lost 4 villagers over here. From all 4 players, Fedex is going to be the one affected the most by a few villagers going down. So that was extremely effective for Liereyy. Hey Tony! Doing pretty well. Hope you're doing well as well. Good unit control. Now the knights are coming over for Lucky Roxx. Not really sure if he'll be able to. Yeah. I think he wants Fedex to keep an eye over here up north to potentially prevent the palisade from being finished. I'm not really sure. He was flaring over there on the left-hand side, so he's going to send. Yeah, he's going to send the second pair of knights over to the left-hand side. And if these archers provide protection and allow the knights to break through the palisade, this could be a lot harder, of course, for Heartt to hold on against. As he's still waiting to get to the castle age himself. Here come the knights. Can he send the extra knights over? He cannot right now. Still trying to break through, but additional knights he might train. He should be able to send straight through as well. Pretty good defense though for Heartt. Enjoying a nice holiday here in Canada. Sounds great. Fedex 3 on food. Yeah, it's gone up now a little bit. He's got almost enough resources to go up to the castle age, but he didn't really have too many farms before because he was collecting resources from here. After he got picked up, his food worker count went down and only now he's been able to catch up. But check this out though! Lucky Roxx is coming over! Dude, there is so much catching up for Sanber to do over here. They're still behind by 17 workers. And then of course by the time Fedex clicks up to the castle age, that's going to allow Aftermath to get further ahead in worker count as well, to extend their military lead even further. Now with Lierey's crossbows roaming around as well, it's going to be a little harder for Sanber to defend against. We do have some quick walls coming up over here and a contingency TC coming up. Don't know if he'll be able to get this up on time though. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Will he? He might actually be able to. Alright. He's kind of committed right now, but that's a lot of villages exposed, and most likely many of these will go down, and that's going to be enough for these crossbows to deny that. I don't think so. The TC does come up. Takes a few losses, but it's not the worst. There we are. Beautiful. Did they have chances to promote into playoffs? Yeah. They actually did. There we are. They actually did. The chances they had to move on to the playoffs were not the highest, but they existed. But it's understandable, I guess. University coming up now for Liereyy as well. Gonna see Ballistics coming up very soon. There we go. A little bit of pressure coming up. Now that Fedex finally got to the castle age, we have Crossos and Knights together for Sanber to play with down south, but there is a lot of catching up still. Behind the military count, behind in worker count. Now Liereyy is very, very close from clicking up to the Imperial Age as well, and he's done a pretty good job keeping these Crossos alive. So once he gets to the Imperial Age, of course, this will become Arbalesters as well. You know why Argentina dropped out? No, we did not really have any details over that. They just say that they wouldn't be able to complete their sets. That they were very sorry they had to drop out. I don't think that's too many teams. It's Douches and Stashes, Argentina A, and Up to Imp. Those are the only three, if I'm not mistaken. Many of the sets did not get played for like the last round, because many of the teams did not really have the chances to make it into the playoffs anymore, so many of them just gave admin wins. But yeah, as for actual teams dropping, I think it's 3 out of 24. Oh boy. And that's a lot of Knights from Heart. Now we have these crosses over here for Liereyy as well. Seems like Aftermath dominates this engagement, and I'm not really sure if there is a way back into this game for Sanber, especially now that Liereyy is about to get to the Imperial Age so fast because of melee. It's going to be Arbalesters, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see Sanber call the GG right away, especially after the engagement went so one-sided in favor of Aftermath. But they're gonna keep on going though. They're not calling it just yet. I'm not really sure what the chances for them to come back into this game are though, given that nobody is particularly close going up to the Imperial Age. Nicely done with fast imping, yes. Even with melee, it's going to be even faster. Well, there's not technically straight fast imp, right? But it was still so much faster compared to anybody else. It's going to be extremely impactful. There we go. Nice round coming up. Oh, that was a huge shot! We have demos over here as well, by the way. And those are some pretty good shots coming up from both teams. Oh, Conca, you're right. For Conca, we did have a replacement though with Dr.V, who did a really good job playing older sets. So I guess that's technically 4, but we did have a replacement for one of the teams, and it did not affect the sets too much, right? Because the replacement tape actually did play their sets. True, I had forgotten about that. Beautiful. There we go. Man, that's a lot of knights still from Lucky Roxx. But not many more compared to what we have available for Heart at this point as well. So, yeah, I don't know about this. Doesn't seem like it's going to be enough for Sanber to hold on. Although, to be fair, they've done a pretty good job catching up for the most part. Work account still in favor of Aftermath Z, and I imagine at this point Gather Economy time is going to be significantly higher for them too. So we had 23 hours, 36 minutes versus 26 hours and about 50 minutes over here. So it was much better for Aftermath still, and the GG does come up over here. They do end up calling it. They tried to come back and they were actually able to catch up quite a bit, but yeah, without anybody going up to the Imperial Age, it was going to be super rough. Guys, Aftermath Z takes game number 1. Let's take a look at the achievements real quick. We'll see for military, nice KD for Heart. Better than 3-2. For Liereyy, on the other hand, we have a 1-to-1 KD ratio. And overall, given the units that he was playing with, I would say that's actually pretty good. He was most often trading for much more expensive units. Alright. Stronger economy for them as well, fueled by a higher work account. Let's go back. There we go. Yep. We are catching up over here. Let's actually go back a little bit. I don't think we need to rush over here at all. So let's actually go back for a moment. And just so you can appreciate, Sanber is familiar with the special start of the map, with the mechanic. So on the left-hand side, we have Lucky Roxx and Fedex going already for this. And the way this works is you start with a shipwreck, you deplete the shipwreck, and that gives you a mill foundation. Now, after you get the mill up, during which you can keep on scouting, right? You get enough resources to go for a TC. Otherwise, at the very beginning, you don't have enough resources for the TC. So while you get all of this done, you do get some time to get some scouting done over here and choose a good spot for a TC. Meanwhile, if you just try and go for resources, you just try to go for a lumber camp over here and get enough to get the TC up, you will get more time to decide on a better spot for the TC, but you'll never, ever, ever get enough resources to get the TC up faster than the other team. So being familiar with the map over here is going to make a huge difference, and this could be exactly what allows Sanber to catch back up and equalize the set. We'll see. Let's go to X as well, so we can catch up. Hey, thank you, Arbase. Good job. Since you already got the hang of this is so AM. Since you already got the hang of the bot too. Yeah, there we go. TC's up already for Liereyy. TC is coming up right now for Heart. Oh yeah, is RMS C2? We should update RMS C2 so that it also points to map scripting in some way. Because I think it says already that it's got the largest prize pool for a map contest ever. I guess we could potentially add also the map scripting command to that one, so that people know where to go to get going. Might as well play the odds here. You go, boy. Yeah, Sanber's already managed to get such a nice eco lead. I was wondering what RMS stood for. Random map scripting. Cup 2. I don't know if you guys were familiar with it, but back in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, Masters of RMS took place. And it was a pretty interesting tournament. I don't think I provided coverage for that one that I can remember. But it was only $300 and still it was distributed. $300 distributed between the map contest and the actual tournament. The fact that we right now have $4,000 for the map contest alone is of course a little bit of an upgrade. And from that one, Masters of RMS, we actually had some maps that got utilized in future tournaments as well, outside of that specific tournament, such as Rock Slide. If I am not wrong over here, don't quote me on this, but I believe that one was made by Crozini, submitted for Masters of RMS, and then utilized for Red Bull Wololo later. And then we also had... which was it? I think it was Bogland that we utilized for Terra Nova 1v1 back in 2020 as well. That actually came from RMS, from Masters of RMS. Hey, Argent Killer Panda. Always, you know, I can't complain. Doing pretty well these days. Finally managed to get a little bit of rest. A little bit, not too much, the last 2 days, but there's so much more work to do still for RMS Cup and for Terra Nova, of course. Terra Nova is not over. We are only now going to get into the playoffs, and there is so much that I want to do about this. I still haven't gotten the time to make a custom overlay, but I want to, of course. And yeah, there's a lot coming up. There is no resting. There is no resting. That's perfect, Arbase. It's appreciated, thank you. So, there we go. Lucky Roxx is getting to the Fuel H at about the same time as Heart. But as a team, Sanber is going to be up so much sooner. Fedex is going up right now to the Fuel H. Meanwhile, Lierey's taking a little bit longer. Now, we haven't really talked about the civilizations over here. On the left-hand side, Fedex is playing with Chinese, which means that after getting the TC up, he gets 3 extra villagers. Usually, they do begin with less resources, but on this map, that is not the case. So Chinese can be very, very, very strong. We have on top of that, for Fedex's civilization, 10, 15, and 20% cheaper upgrades in the Field Castle and Imperial Ages. The TCs will provide 5 extra population support and 5 extra line of sight for Chinese. And because you already start with a mill over here to collect box turtles with, you can get a TC going right away, and you don't really get as much idle time as you would get on a standard start. So it's a pretty strong civilization for this. Team Bonus finally is going to provide extra food from farms for free for Chinese. And then Lucky Roxx playing with Huns is going to get cheaper cavalry archers. It's going to get more accurate trebuchets, as well as no need to build houses at all. And they also get, for the team bonus, faster working stables. Right hand side, Liereyy playing with Japanese will get faster working finishes with extra HP and extra pierce armor. Faster attack and infantry starting the Fuel H, as well as cheaper drop-off buildings. And for the team bonus, extra line of sight on galley line ships. And Hard with Malians will get cheaper buildings. With discount for those, he gets extra pierce armor and barracks units. As well as long-lasting goals, and for the team bonus, he's going to have also fast-working universities. That's going to be all for the civilizations. And Castle is coming up right away for Lucky, and Fedex actually is a fast castling right away. Meanwhile, Liereyy should be able to go up to the Castle Age pretty soon. Heart, on the other hand, is not really going to be able to go up. He's just trying to put pressure on water instead. And Sanber, I think they should be able to hold on, right? We have Fire Galleys over here for Lucky Roxx coming out. We have Fire Galleys coming out for Fedex as well. So it's not going to be the best, and eventually Aftermath, they keep on going for Galleys. They should be able to overpower the Fire Galleys. It's going to be enough for Sanber to hold on with a little bit, and then once they get to the Castle Age, of course, they can go for extra TCs and just try to focus on land if they want to, or just go for War Galley and try to get water control by just training stronger units, of course. So we'll see. Are those Garambits on melatonin? Melatonin? You think they're sleepy? But yeah, they are not the strongest. Lethargic. Karambit warriors over there. They're just scouts, by the way. They have the Karambit skin, but they are not Karambit warriors. The gold nest in those shipwrecks is a cool visual. It is. Big shout out to the Matt Cather, who, if I'm not mistaken, has authored this map. Let me actually check that real quick. Yeah, Matt Cather. He's authored like 75% of the maps in the tournament, so big shout out to him. Beautiful. Only 2 attack as well? Yeah. There we go. Nice pick over here, though. One villager going down already for Liereyy. Can he get through? That was so close. Beautiful. There you are. Castle is here now. Finally for Liereyy. Or galley upgrade. Well, that's pretty good. He's got, right now, good amount of galleys. Once he gets 4 galley, that should be enough for him to keep on contesting water at the very least. But he should definitely make a switch to trying to defend himself on land. There we go. Nice picks over here, guys. Sanber looking strong. Getting ahead in worker count, or staying ahead in worker count, rather. Pretty strong push. We have a second mounted coming up very soon over here, which means that DC might actually not stay up for much longer than this. If he got matched against Heartt instead, and he was able to get the TC down before Heartt got to the fuel edge, got to the castle edge rather, that would have been pretty disaster for AM. At the very least, Liereyy was able to get a second TC up over here. The fact that the AM is able to hold on right now, up until this point, given the less than optimal start, just speaks volumes about the level of these players. But it's still going to be a struggle, of course, and this is not good. Good reaction for Liereyy. We have Redemption coming up. Try to convert these mangonels. Meanwhile, he spreads the war galleys around, so he does a pretty good job. And you know what? Without water control, there is not too much that Sanber will be able to do over here, especially as the game keeps on going longer and longer, because without water control, you cannot get access to the center, as you need to transport units through the ring of wood over here. It's not possible to just walk because of the trees obstructing the shoreline. And if you don't have water control, and check this out, Liereyy is going to go after the mountains, and he got both! Incredible defense for Liereyy, with the second TC as well. It's gonna be in an overall healthy amount of workers. If you compare him to Lucky Roxx, for instance, it's only 1 villager down. And very soon it's gonna catch up, of course, as Lucky Roxx is only now going for the TC. But yeah, if you do not get water control, which Sanber's still battling over right now, that leaves you in a pretty awkward spot. Now Heartt's got into the castle edge. He's going for war galley. He should be able to hold on against this, but he's gotta bail for the time being. But yeah, you don't get access to the center, you don't get to protect your gold miners along the shorelines as well, where the rest of the gold is going to be located. And let's see, 20 seconds for him to get it. He's got demolition rafts over here. Notice the unit control over here from Heartt as well. He's just trying to position his army so that demolition rafts are ready over there. That was not the best though, he still got 2. 1. Oh man, that could have been so much better. He should still be able to clean this up though. We have talked about this in the past, but because of the way that this map is generated, there is no potential for, you know, for the yellow player to get a surround over here with fire ships. So galleys would usually be significantly stronger over here after you get to a good amount of numbers. Like, the map is going to be naturally choky on water everywhere, except at the center, of course. What the hell were those conversions? Is that even possible? Just got lucky. Beautiful. Good defense over there. Heartt's gonna retain water presence. And Lierey's in an alright spot too. He does have some extra war galleys coming out, 1 extra war galley. So it seems like Aftermath's actually... This is scale? Yeah. It seems like Aftermath's actually going to retain the military lead over here. They have fallen behind the worker count for sure. Let's take a look at resources. But it's not too bad. Now Fedex got the 4 TC coming up at the center, which is pretty good. So if they end up losing water control, at the very least, if they get to the center first, they could potentially try and just wall this section up. For instance, he could go for some walls over here. Potentially some walls over here as well, right? And he should be in a pretty good spot. Just to prevent Liereyy+Hearttt from getting to the center. But it's kind of a necessity at this point if they struggle to keep water presence. There's a very substantial eco lead currently, though. There we are, beautiful. Also, why is it round of 12? May I ask, why not round of 16? We could have made the round of 16, but that was going to dilute the prize pool even further. We made it round of 12 to try and have, you know, half the teams from the group stage move on, which we thought was going to be enough to motivate all the teams to play as many sets as possible, of course. But yeah, it was probably not going to make too much of a difference in the standings, I would assume. Does AM even know about the center? You know, that's a really good question. It doesn't seem like they do. I'm really sure they know what the map looks like. So yeah, they might actually not know about it. There we go. Does it need villagers? Maybe. If they do know about the center though, even if they do end up getting water control outside, it doesn't make too much of a difference. By the way, guys, to all of you wondering about the standings and whatnot, we are still, of course, trying to get that sorted because how difficult it's been for all the teams to schedule in the last 2 weeks or so. We still have some sets that could not get played on term. So we are still waiting for those to get played. For instance, on Wednesday, we're going to have Perfect Couple versus Sleepies, which could potentially change some things, I believe. But I'm not really sure because I don't think I have run the calculations after Aptoim stepped down, so we will have to take a look at that. But yeah, of course, we're going to provide the information as soon as we actually have it. We've had command around and so on. Imagine any technology that removes gold costs for warships. Oh yeah, that'll be pretty hard to fight against for sure. It would have to be a civilization with like no blocking arrow or something. Could be very strong in the fuel age and then kind of suck castle age onwards. But yeah, once again, Aftermath, they do seem to be in a pretty good spot outside, but without contesting the center. Well, this is really bad. Lucky Roxx is already getting a castle up over here. Very soon he should be on his way to the Imperial Age. Liereyy is gonna be on his way to the Imperial Age himself as well. Heartt's not really been able to keep up with production too much himself. If we take a look at idle TC time, you can see that Heartt's struggled to keep the 1 TC working a bunch of this game too. Sipping Alice? Right. I just realized Hearttt is 35 villages. What is this? Just a little bit of a struggle for them. Lucky Roxx actually will go up to the Imperial Age second on his team. Fedex use the market to go up a little bit faster. But yeah, once both players get to the Imperial Age, it's going to be significantly harder for Aftermath to come back over here. Especially after we get access to fast fire ships. Wait. Do we actually get fast fire ships? These are civilizations. Han specifically, I'm not really sure they get it. I believe Chinese don't get it. Let me take a look. No. Huns don't get it. I don't think the teams got fast fire ship at all. Nope, they don't. So they can only go for Galleon. Well, that might still be enough for them to come back. Having 2 players going out to the Imperial Age. However, Lucky's not really been going for water too much at all, so I guess it's just going to be Fedex going for Galleon, trying to contest both AEM players on water. Meanwhile, Liereyy getting to the Imperial Age himself. Yeah, I think he does get Mass Fire Ship. Still against Galleon, though, shouldn't be enough. We'll see. Nice realization from Lucky Roxx. He cannot really deny this castle, though. Nice pick. Beautiful. Imperial Age is already here for Liereyy, so what do we see? Well, he's got Bracer coming up for the Galleon, I'd assume. He's got Samurai coming over right now as well. And check this out, now he'll know about the center. He gets vision with the castle, and you just gotta wonder, what is AM's point of view? I just gotta wonder what the voice chat might be like right now. They're going to call the GG. Check that out. I think they probably realized there's a lot of gold at the center. Or they realized there was something at the center they were not aware of. They probably just expected this to be all the way to the very center. And now they are calling the GG the moment they realized about it. That's my theory though anyway. And Aftermath will lose this one, then making it 1-1. And we'll see what we get for game number 3. Let's go and take a look at the achievements. We have a little bit of a stronger KD over here for Heartt. Doesn't matter. And for Liereyy as well. Doesn't matter. Well, absolutely not. Why? Because we had a much stronger economy for Sanber to work with. And then they kind of offset for the KD with a much stronger economy for worker count as well. Significantly one-sided for Sanber. It's not even close. Especially Heartt over here struggling big time towards the end of the game. And about a third the worker count compared to Fedex. Let's go back. Might be because Fedex reached the Imperial Age as well. Very soon Lucky Roxx was going together too. There you are. And we weren't even done talking about the civilizations. We already talked about Vietnamese. We talked about Khmer. We already had talked about Mongols before. And for Heartt, he's playing with Magyars. So finally for this one, we're going to see for Heartt a 15% discount on Scoutline unit production. We also get for Magyars free forging, iron casting, and blast furnace. Well, for the team bonus, we'll also get for them. Oh, before I forget, the villagers can also kill predators with one strike, and then for the team bonus, they'll provide also 2 extra line of sight on archer line units, so foot archer units rather. So I guess that also affects skirmishers, doesn't it? Regardless, though, yeah, what to expect over here? Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Lucky Roxx play this one very aggressive with Khmer because he does not get any building requirements. He can go up a little bit sooner. He can go up like at a very aggressive time to the fuel age and then start pumping scouts right away. Go forward and try to put some pressure fairly early on. We do have Mongols for Liereyy that should allow him to do something similar as well. So we're gonna find out very soon. This actually will be able to go up the fastest. And if Liereyy is aggressive enough, it might not be too bad for him because if he can just keep pressure around Lucky Roxx's side of the map, or Sanber's side of the map in general, he doesn't really need to worry too much about the fact that his economy is going to be somewhat exposed, right? So I think the best play for Liereyy is going to be that. Hyper aggro, fuel H, go up ASAP, just try to send the scouts forward, and try to keep all the attention around this area so that he does not end up getting picked up. Now on the other side though, this is going to be a little bit rougher. Fedex got Vietnamese, so it's going to be going for archers. However, Heartt's playing with Magyars, so he'll be going for scouts. That means, though, that if Liereyy does end up going for a very aggressive feudal time into scout production himself, we are going to end up on double scout production for AM, as opposed to scouts and archers. And I'm pretty curious as to what the choice is going to be over here. Fedex instead, well, he kind of has to go for archers. Predictions are on, guys, once again. 2.5 minutes still left for you to cast your predictions on who you think will win. They will surely go archers? That's what you would expect, right? might just get the cheaper scouts. So he would say, okay, he's got to go for scouts, and then Lierey's going to be providing archery. But then at the same time, because you get faster working hunters, you can actually go for scouts with Liereyy as well. Wouldn't be the first time that we see also players go for double scout production. Oh man, that's rough though. Liereyy! Be careful, man. That elephant's not looking particularly friendly. He does take it though. Beautiful. Remember that Fedex is also a chess master, grandmaster? He's a grandmaster. And I was talking to him the other day, and I said, I hope to see you in RMS Cup 2. And he said that it's unlikely he'll participate because, and get this, he's got to travel to India for the Olympics, and he'll be playing chess. So he will not be participating in anything after Battle Africa. And I was like, wow, imagine being at such a high level for more than one thing at a time. It's amazing. Yeah. Do we have anybody else in the Age of Empires 2 community that is such a high level? On more than one thing at a time? I know that Viper used to play StarCraft 2, and he got to a pretty high level, but I don't think it was like professional level like Fedex is on chess, right? You guys let me know. I think was it Madri? Who was it that run marathons too? Don't remember. Carbo? What does Carbo do? By the way, hi. Hi Zen. Welcome. Beautiful. So yeah, Liereyy has gotten already to the field age. He will be going for archers, correct. He's got some gold miners over here. Down south instead, Heartts just got the stable up. He'll start pumping some scouts, and very soon we'll get a lot of action. What player? Damn. What team does he play for? That's incredible. There you are. Hails from football all his entire life, in fact. Gee. Then Viper have a stream a few years ago with some Belgian pro cyclists. Can't remember who though. One of them was decent, like 1K4 or something. I have no idea. We have Noburu, who's pro as Mahon Tires. Alright, so here come the archers. We had the one archer coming forward from Liereyy. He's got spearmen as well. He's got some vision. Nice. What team does Carbo play for, by the way? I'm curious. There we go. Beautiful. He plays for Kilmes at the moment. Nice. Thank you, Sharon. Man, the one archer will take forever to get a single village down. Actually, Lucky Roxx is going to be prompted to fight the archers off with vills. Just fine. Yeah. So Lierey's getting a little bit of idle villager time out of Lucky's units over here, but doesn't seem like he'll be able to get a village down, or will he? He shouldn't, because Fedex can just garrison the villagers inside the house. Yeah, and he'll be fine. Hold on. Fantastic. Cowboys Adriana Calelo, he even played versus the Champions League versus Real Madrid once. Wow, that is so mind-blowing. Imagine. Damn. Yeah, good pressure over here. Now both Aftermath players piling up on Fedex. Left-hand side. Not too much over here. Hearttt does have 2 scouts still. Fedex got some archers over here. The spearman should be able to defend himself. For the most part, it's going to be Lucky Roxx, the one under the most pressure. This is kind of like what I was expecting to see, but only from Liereyy. And now that he's got some support from Hearttt, on paper, once again, I don't think Lucky Roxx should be taking too many losses over here. But this is still pretty good because now Aftermath's not gonna have to worry about the lack of protection for their own units, of course. Meanwhile, over here, Lucky can just garrison inside the houses. Won't be losing villagers, but we'll be getting a bunch of idle TC time. So the most pressure and the longer that Aftermath can keep on putting pressure up over here, the better it's going to be for them because they're going to be prompting a lot of extra idle villager time for Lucky Roxx too. The thing about the houses too is that they will keep your villagers alive, but they will do nothing against the military units surrounding the house, unlike a TC or a tower. So let's take a look at gather economy time. Up until this point, we have about 5 hours and 40 minutes. 5 hours and, yeah, 30 minutes actually. 40 minutes right now, so 5 hours, 40 minutes for Sanber. For Aftermath instead, we have, well, a little bit closer to 6 hours right now. A little bit more than that, so they are starting to get a little bit ahead. If they can keep this pressure up, it's only going to be a matter of time until Sanber falls behind enough in economy that they're just going to get past the point of no return, of course. So this pressure is fantastic, and as you can see, Sanber's not really in a position to start putting pressure against Aftermath themselves, so this could be really good for him. So far, looking pretty nice, and there we go, takes a village down over here, Hearttt with the scout. Beautiful. Fantastic. You're from Argentina, right? Carol played in Independiente, Huracan, and now in Quilmes, but he also played in Europe against Cristiano Ronaldo. For experience? Or for Expol? I'm not really sure what Expol means, but I imagine that's a team. Not big on football, sorry. But yeah, that sounds like a... honestly, like a pretty dreamy life, to be honest. Oh, for example. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure because once again, I'm not too familiar with football team names. Nice. Good unit control over here as well. Yeah, good unit control for Lucky Roxx. So far, the most eco losses have been for Sanber, and as a matter of fact, they've been unable to get a single villager down just yet. So far, anyway. And Castle H on the way already for Liereyy. This is pretty good, guys. AM's looking strong. Hearttt shouldn't take much longer to go up to the Castle H himself. And if you take a look at Fedex, Fedex will probably be going out to the Castle H at about the same time as Hearttt. So on average, Aftermath will get access to their Castle H army significantly sooner. So their home map seems to be paying off so far. They have still a worker lead despite one of the players being almost 1H higher already. And we might see more villages going down over there. Yes, sir. Fedex is going to lose another one. Beautiful. There you are. Now there's an upgrade, Bakinaro upgrades coming out for Liereyy as well. It's got a bunch of archers forward. Is it trying to go around? Is it going to try to go up against Fedex, or is it going to try to flank the units over here? We do have houses though, so I don't think going after these farmers will do. Yeah, so I would definitely prefer for him to try and put pressure against Fedex instead. Now that Heartt's still got some scouts over here for a meat shield, that's pretty good. And if Liereyy can get some damage done before Fedex gets to the crossman upgrade himself as well, that'd be ideal as well. So let's take a look. Does he have a university? Not yet. Fedex realizes about this. Nice. 2 villages going down. Almost 3. Beautiful. Yeah, Lierey's roaming around. Meanwhile, down south over here, Lucky's finally putting some pressure up himself. Might not be doing too much though with the tower over here. It's already enough for Heartt to defend himself, so a lot of pressure coming up against Sanber. Yeah, man, this is a disaster economy right now for Fedex. And Heartt's got into the castle age. Meanwhile, only now Lucky clicks up to the castle age, so that means Knight's coming up already from Heartt. Free Iron casting, of course. And yeah, that's a lot of villages going down over here. Will he trade against the villagers, though? Or will he try to clean up the... This is pretty good. If Liereyy does get good in control over here and is able to clean out the crossbows, you know what? He can take the villagers over here completely and contest a very good unit control from Liereyy as well. Notice the timing as well, the spacing between each attack. He's been able to keep all these units up. He had to defend himself over here though, so he stopped macroing for a moment. But if he can clean this up, then he should be able to get all these villagers down, but he's getting pushed away. Good defense for Fedex. Liereyy was forced into reacting over here by the scouts. That allowed Fedex actually to keep up over here. University maybe on the way for the Will player? Yeah, he already has it. He's got ballistics as a matter of fact. Yeah, Liereyy still doesn't have it. Still pretty good though for Aftermath. Heartt's Knights will do enough damage so as to prompt the GG from Fedex over here. And guys, with Aftermath taking game number 3, then they'll get the lead once again in the set. And this can be a really close one. We'll go back and take a look at what home map we still have available for Sanber. But they did win their first home map. And if they do end up winning their second home map, then game number 5 is going to be defined on double bar. Let's take a look at the achievements then real quick. We'll see for military a stronger KD for Heartt and for Liereyy. Both of these players better than 1-1 with better than 4-3 for Liereyy. And exactly 3-2 for Heartt. We'll see a stronger economy as well for Aftermath over here throughout the game, throughout the entire game. And even though the worker count was not always higher for them, they still managed to keep so much pressure around Sanber that even when they were behind in worker count, Sanber was struggling to catch up in economy. So well played. Let's go back. And there we go. Welcome everyone then to game number 4. This is the chance for Sanber to catch back up. Potentially give us a decider. Game 5. Meanwhile, Aftermath, of course, with this being match point, if they are able to get this game, they'll already be taking the series. So yeah. Taking a look at the right-hand side, we're going to see for Fedex with Britons 1 and 2 extra range and foot archer units in the castle and Imperial Ages. On top of that, we're going to have for Britons also a 50% wood discount on TC starting in the castle age. They also get 25% faster working shepherds, and then for the team bonus 20% faster working archer ranges. While taking a look down south over here towards the right, Lucky Roxx is playing with Cumans, now a very standard civilization for this map. With Cumans, they can go for a second TC and the fuel age. We'll also see for Cumans. Let's take a look. We're gonna see for Cumans the ability to go for siege workshops in the fuel age, from where they can train battery rams. We get access to the Captain upgrade in the castle age, as well as 5, 10, and 15% faster moving cavalry units. There we are. Faster moving cavalry units in the field of castle and Imperial Ages, as well as a 75 with discount on archer ranges and stables. On the left-hand side instead, taking a look at Liereyy and Heartt civilizations, we're going to see Britons for Liereyy. We talked about that one already. And Heartt's playing Franks, so this is a very strong combo over here. It's going to be a power team. With Franks, we get 20% extra HP on stable units, or actually on cavalry units starting in the field age onwards, as well as 25% cheaper castles. Which might be important over here, given how risky it is going to be going for stone, right? So if you can get enough to get a castle out the fastest, you can, then that's good. On top of that, we'll see also for Frank's 15% faster working foragers. We get free farm upgrades, and then for the team bonus 20% faster, or actually 2 extra line of sight and night unit, sorry. So yeah. I'll match all bets 1-to-1 against AM. Out of bones. Well, we'll see how this goes though. This map's too standard for Sanber. It has been in so many tournaments. AM knows how to play this. Really bad choice to pick a standard map against AM. Let me take a look at which maps actually got banned over here to see what other options we could have gotten. Costa Giuoto could have been a good choice, I guess. It got banned by Heart, but of course the bans came after the picks. So yeah, I guess that could have been probably a better map for Sanber. Not really sure, we'll see. Jungle Swamp could have been good. Yeah, maybe. I guess so, because AM already had utilized their restart. If they went for Jungle Swamp, they might not have known how to play that one, because they might not have been familiar with the layout, maybe? Yeah, and I think on Captain's Mode website, the icon for Jungle Swamp actually is the lake at the center. I think it's blocked by the map name. So unless they actually open the map, they probably wouldn't have known about it. I tried to help the betting speed match, but out of bones. Oh, dude, that's just a lot of points in favor of Aftermath. Gee. Sanber will know to pick Mongols. Didn't we already see Mongols already for Sanber?
Ready.
For game 2? Alright, Militia's coming over from Liereyy. What is the plan over here? Is he gonna try the fast castle? No, he's going for Loom already. He does have one extra villager out, so it seems to me like it's going to be a Drush flush. AM had Mongols game 3, but didn't Sanber have Mongols in game 2? Let me check. What is this? For Unyanga, Sanber had Mongols. Not for game number 2, my bad. Right. I remember now. Yeah. Fits Unyanga as well. I think Lithuanians got banned. Let me check. So it wouldn't be possible for them to go for that. Yeah, Lithuanians got banned. Alright. FLH is here. Lucky Roxx going for the second TC right away. Meanwhile, Liereyy is still not going up to the FLH at all. He's managed to go up to 24 villagers already. So if he's aiming to fast castle over here, he'll need ideally like 2 more villagers. And then he might actually be able to get away with it without going for walls though. Oh, that was so close! If he had enough, did he not have the resource to go for a house? He might not have had enough. Only now he's gotten to enough to go for 2 houses. Otherwise, he would have been able to quick wall these units in. That would have been really good, man. That would have been really good for Lucky Roxx. Beautiful. Village is gonna be here for Fedex very soon. He's gone up on 25 villagers. He'll be fast castling for sure. Meanwhile, Liereyy over here has been putting pressure. Doesn't seem like he'll be able to achieve too much though. He's going up to the fuel H, taking a look at resources, just gonna be fast castling. This is kind of rough though, with both Aftermath Z players only now getting to the fuel H and quite clearly trying to fast castle. You would expect Lucky Roxx to already have been able to get a nice worker lead, but it's not been the case at all. If we take a look at idle TC time, Lucky Roxx has not really gotten too much idle TC time himself. It's just been struggling to pull ahead in villager count. In case by the time Aftermath gets both players to the castle H, Lucky Roxx would have gotten enough time to get a nice lead, but for the time being it's been a big struggle for them. For Lucky Roxx, it's just been so many resources, not so many resources, but so much time trying to repair the palisades. Just keep the villagers alive. Oh! He overforaged! This is kind of rough. Okay. Heartt's just trying... He's just trying to micro over here, and you know what? Lucky doesn't want anything to do with this, so he's just gonna bail. A very good unit control over here for Liereyy, but he won't be able to take the village down in the end. Well played. Lucky Roxx just going to make a transition to farms. Let's take a look at idle TC time. He's managed to keep the TCs working all this time. And with these farms coming up, he won't need to worry about getting pushed away from berries. So he's looking good, you know. Yeah. Beautiful. So, Castle H will be here very soon for Fedex, Heartt, and Liereyy. Heartt and Liereyy, they are very close together, so it shouldn't take too much for them to group their armies up. It shouldn't take too long for them to join together and go forward. They'll most likely end up pushing Lucky Roxx. We'll see if they can get any damage done, of course. Heartt, let's take a look to see if he's got a second stable already up. He doesn't, so it seems like he's just gonna play for economy maybe. Well, I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Against humans, trying to fast castle straight for economy doesn't seem like it's going to be the best, especially as Fedex will be in the castle age very soon himself. Meanwhile, Liereyy instead, he's got double archer ranges. He doesn't really have too much in terms of production going on right now. Just archers. Just a few archers he had from before, so it doesn't seem like he'll be putting too much pressure. He's going for crossbowman, which is fine. And we have some knights coming over from Heartt, but still only one stable. Meanwhile, Fedex already got to the castle age himself, and he's got a comparable amount of archers compared to Liereyy. He's got crossman upgrade coming up. No fletching just yet, though. So not a lot of chances of getting some good damage done. Let's check. Herchhold, thank you so much for the resub. I might have asked this the first time that you sub, but should I say Hershold or Herschhold? It's very much appreciated. Prime Gaming as well is so good. Don't pay anything, I still get the support. And 2 months in a row as well, which is nice to see, of course. It's always nice to see people renewing the subs. It's sustained support. So it's very much appreciated. Welcome. Beautiful. One villager going down over there for Lucky Roxx. Now this is the worker lead that I was mostly expecting from Sanber at this point. Looking good. Struggling to defend himself for the time being over here. So needs to get out to the castle H ASAP. One thing that's kind of unfortunate for humans on a map like this, when they're under so much pressure, is that you don't get immediate access to stone because you gotta go to the gorge to get access to this. So they cannot go for a castle as soon as they get to the castle age, for instance. There we go. Beautiful. That's a lot of damage done on taking these farms down. That's going to be the 5th one, I think. Yeah, about 300 resources. Fedex is coming over with his own crossbows. This is good. He doesn't really have too many, though. So Liereyy would still be looking a little bit stronger. Although, to be fair, Fedex got Blocking Arrow. Liereyy doesn't have it right now. So that could make a difference. Also, Fedex is going for Ballistics, which Liereyy doesn't really have just yet. However, Liereyy might not actually need Ballistics. We have seen this player actually get better trades against better upgraded units in the past so many times that I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen over here once again. And so far, yeah, he's been able to trade fairly evenly. So that's not an engagement Fedex wants to take, of course. Beautiful. Okay, so it's gonna be here very soon for Lucky Roxx. Let's take a look at resources. Yeah, you can just go for the 3rd TC. 3rd TC is already up for Liereyy. It's coming up for Heartt over here. The moment we see Lucky Roxx get the 3rd TC up, we'll take a look at gather economy time for both Lucky Roxx and Liereyy. Given that Liereyy went for the 3rd TC significantly faster compared to Heartt as well. But yeah, he should be able to hold on to his lead in any case. Scanning related to the fuel age. He's got the resources to go for a 3rd TC. Where will he locate that though? Where will he place it? There we go. And that's a lot of military coming over from Aftermath. They're significantly ahead right now in military count. And the 3rd TC is not coming up for Lucky Roxx at all. Still managed to keep a 15 worker lead, which is still pretty good, of course. Yeah, and just knights for the most part. How many stables do we have for green? About 4. The engagement's looming on the horizon right now. There we go. Beautiful. Anyway, congrats on the big prize pool for the tourney. Really happy for you. I hope it brings more people to your channel because it's great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Shikawa. And guys, big, huge shout out to Sieste because he was the one who originally reached out to me with the idea and we teamed up to bring the tournament. But yeah, I wouldn't be involved over here if it weren't because of Sieste reaching out himself. So I'm very happy about it, very thankful, and a big shout out to him, of course. Came up with the idea for it first as well. There we go. That's a lot of knights coming over from Lucky Roxx. However, Heartt and Liereyy should be able to hold on over here just fine. 30C is finally up for Lucky Roxx. So this is what I want to take a look at. Liereyy had... Yeah. Liereyy had the 30C up a little bit sooner. Let's take a look at gather economy time. 18 hours and 50 minutes over here for Aftermath. Versus 20 hours and 21 hours actually for Sanber. So that should result in a much stronger economy for Sanber up until this point. A lot of extra resources collected for Sanber up until this point. You know, and they play their cards right. They should be able to translate that into a stronger military count. And although Aftermath's looking a little bit stronger over here, we gotta keep in mind that also this is because of the defender's advantage. So if Lucky Roxx and Fedex can keep on bringing more units by the minute, they should be able to get ahead. Now they gotta be careful though, because when they are not grouped up, these small groups of units will get completely cleaned up, probably without taking a single unit down from Aftermath. So they need to keep the units together and to stay competitive with numbers. Otherwise, Aftermath will take down any isolated, any stray armies that Sanber might be bringing forward. I do like this push though. We're going up against Heartt. We'll see if they get enough time to actually get a TC down or something over here. Lierey's already bringing all the crosses back. Yeah, and Heartt's actually going to be the one going forward now with these knights. I think Fedex+Lucky Roxx should have enough units over here ready to defend themselves against this. Yeah, and they will. Will they? They're going forward though! Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. Wait! They're still going forward! This is so good for Heartt! Oh man, at the same time though, Liereyy and Heartt are waiting for Lucky Roxx and Fedex over here on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, that's already gonna be so many villages going down. Only now Fedex+Lucky Roxx realize they turn around and bring the units back, but this is already a lot of damage, and check this out. Just like that, Aftermath will get ahead in worker count. All of this, while Liereyy still manages to gather enough resources to go up to the Imperial Age significantly faster compared to anybody else. How do they do it? Aftermath will have the first player in the Imperial Age very soon. See if this actually goes in their favor though. Certainly seems like it will. And then on the right hand side with all these villages going down as well from Sanber, I think Aftermath's getting a very decisive lead in the game. Unless something dramatic happens in the next minute or two. Just don't see how Sanber will be able to keep on holding over here for much longer. Fortunately, they didn't realize about the knights coming forward from Heartt soon enough for them to prevent taking too many losses. And now, yeah, Lucky Roxx is crumbling badly. He's gone down to 66 workers when he had the highest worker count in the game. Take a look at Eco KD and check this out. 42, 43. Eco units down already from Lucky Roxx. 2 Heartt's Knights, and that is just incredible damage in the span of 1 minute or so. Absolutely fantastic. The weird thing is though, Fedex is actually going up to the Imperial Age, and Sanber hasn't actually really fallen behind that much. So that just goes to show exactly how far ahead Sanber was up until this point. Now, make no mistake, Sanber has been able to collect the most resources in this game so far. It's just that Aftermath has managed to get the better trades. Now Heartt's going up to the Imperial Age as well, but it doesn't seem like Lucky Roxx will be able to go up to the Imperial Age anytime soon. Struggling to keep up with knight production, especially with Heartt having more production over here with 5 stables versus 4. It's looking pretty darn strong for Aftermath. Yeah, Lucky Roxx has been able to catch up a little bit in economy, but it's still going to take a hot minute for him to really catch up, right? Still behind by about 19, 17 workers right now compared to the next lowest player. So we'll see. They do have more units though. It's just been much harder for them to get anywhere near as much damage done against Aftermath. They will try though. You know, that's a lot of knights over here, crossbows. Very soon to become Arbalisters. Here they come. Lucky Roxx got so much catching up to do. Yeah, and he's just trying to split the units up. Cover as much ground as possible. Meanwhile, up north. Yeah, Fedex is getting pushed away from here. He's trying to survive with these crossbows until they become Arbalisters. But the Arbalister upgrade is already coming out for Liereyy, plus Bracer and Chemistry. So it's not going to be particularly straightforward for Fedex to defend himself against this even with a good amount of units himself. But this is good though, this is good. Notice how Lierey's starting to take a lot of losses, and Lucky Roxx gonna start racking up some eco kills. Fedex will as well. Now worker count's about the same for both teams. Still looking a little bit better for Aftermath though. And yeah, big problem right now is Lucky Roxx's inability to go up to the Imperial Age, thus falling behind very soon. Now the Heartt's got into the Imperial Age, and he's going to get Cavalier in a moment, as well as play Bard and Armor. So yeah. Good defense for Fedex so far. Plus 4 Cavalier to end the game might very well be the case. He's only 30 seconds away from play Bard and Armor, 50 seconds away from Cavalier. He's got a very scary amount of units as well, and while Lucky Roxx was going forward trying to get some damage done, check these quick walls from Heartt. He gets us around these knights now as well, and we have almost nothing left for Lucky Roxx. 9 knights left with Hearttt. Still forward, sending a few extra units over here. Already finished researching +4, +3, +4, and now he's going to get Cavalier. This might be it, guys. This might be the final moment of the game end. You know, depending on how the players feel of the series, actually. Sanber does not want to call it just yet. They're gonna keep on going. Now Cavalier upgrades coming up for Hearttt. There's just so much catching up left to do for Lucky Roxx, though. It doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to go up to the Imperial Age anytime soon. We do have a scary amount of Arbalests over here for Fedex, mind you. But yeah, against Paladin, I don't think the surplus he's got compared to Liereyy in terms of Arbalester count is going to suffice. With his incredible meat shield coming over from Hearttt, I think that's going to be the end of the road, most likely. Beautiful. Banking's coming out now for Fedex as well, so it seems like he's gonna try and sling. Well, I don't know, man. He cannot really do it. Yeah. Ever since he got to the Imperial Age, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Okay, Lucky's got enough to go to the Imperial Age. Wow. Still, though, there's so much pressure over here. Only 35 seconds for the Paladin upgrade to hit. They're trying their darnest. $10 for Paladin. Notice how patient Hearttt is being over here. Now he's coming forward, and he's got the Paladin upgrades coming from behind as well. If Lucky Roxx realized about this and was able to get the quick walls up over here on time, he might have been able to save Fedex's army, but now it seems like it's going to be over, and the GG's coming up! GG, well played, says Lucky Roxx. Sanber gets taken out from the tournament right now, as Aftermath's gonna be moving on to the playoffs. And regardless of Game 5's result, Sanber does not stand any chances over here anymore. Let's take a look at the achievements one more time. And I'll tell you in a moment if they will play game number 5, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't want to, obviously. Let's take a look at the achievements. APM, yeah, we can take a look at that. For the KD, it's better than 5-2 for Hearttt. Liereyy is going to end up getting a little bit better than 3-2 KD. For economy, yeah, it's stronger for Aftermath over here, and I am being informed right now that there is not going to be a game 5, understandably. So yeah, this was a pretty decisive set, of course. Whoever won over here was going to move on to the next stage. For Society, we're going to see a stronger Society over here for Aftermath as well. So you want to take a look at the APM. I can show you this. The graph over here is not going to be too revealing, right? Total game effective APM is going to be higher on average for Liereyy and Hearttt over here. Gotta keep in mind as well, the Lucky Roxx spent a lot of time just microwaving, or actually managing economy rather.